Alright, how's it going, YouTube? So I just wanted to bring in a quick video. As you've seen in the last one of the last videos, you've seen me say I just got a Hyper 7. But now after going through, I needed a few parts. I got some in, so I just wanted to make a video of this process with this car. So right now, I know I needed a diff case because the diff case broke. The shock tower was bent. I straightened that back out. And I had this piece right here was broken. I ordered one of those, so I'm waiting on that to come in. It's a hinge pin holder. Comes with all the hinge pins. This, let me see if I can get the part that broke. Nope, it was this one. So this broke right here at the top where the shock mount holds on to. So I end up grabbing the whole shock, the whole diff case. So we're gonna switch that up. Also, what I'm doing right now is I just put 4K in the center. In the front. I think I'm gonna go with 4K in the rear as well. It is pretty loose, but I'm gonna be bashing with this car, but me and Sammy plan on doing like off-road racing with it. So I'm trying to like dial it in as best as I can. With tuning wise, the diff. So I'm gonna switch to the 4K in the rear, and then I'm gonna probably put 20K in the center because that's what I have. And then as I drive it and tune it, we'll see what it needs. I still need the 2 servos, so we'll say by next weekend this car will be up and ready. But let me know what y'all think as far as diff fluid and center diff. So I'm trying to track race it. I needed a filter. I do have one here, so I'm going to use that filter for now. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to clean out the gas tank. So not sure if y'all seen these on eBay. It's all over the place, but these are the mid-range 053 pipes, $24.99. I bought this pipe before I even had anything to run it on. So now I got something to run it on. But I am going to start out with the Hyper 7 pipe. This is the Hyper pipe. I'm going to start out with that. Have a few different pipes I can try on this, but we'll probably end up going to that. I'll probably just grab another one just to keep it, but we'll see what works. This is a buggy with a 28 in it, so I know it's going to have a lot of power, and that's why I am leaning towards putting more fluid in the diff, at least 8 to 10, and then go up to 50, because with that power, it's going to be ballooning the tires. And I also want to get a good set of dirt tires, so I haven't even cranked this motor on yet. Nothing. I want to get the car actually set up first, so I'm actually throw this together. I'll bring y'all back, and then we'll wait for the rest of the parts, and as we keep getting them in, we'll keep going, building it back up. So stay tuned. All right, YouTube, so we got the gearbox all set up. We're just waiting on the hinge pin holder for the back side, and then we'll throw that in. Also, what I forgot to mention, taking the car apart, if you look right here, you see that the front spindle is broken and it's missing spacers, so I have that on order too, just waiting on everything. So right now that's all we could do. What I am gonna do is I'm trying to spin the front wheel just to show you there's nothing in the diffs. So I'm about to go through the center diff, and I am going to go through the rear diff, so stay tuned. All right, YouTube, we back with the Hyper 7. We did get some parts in, so hopefully we're able to put it back together, at least get it back to rolling, and then we'll see what we need from there. So let's get it going, see what's in the package. All right, YouTube, so we got all of the hinge pin holders. We did break one of those, which was, have everything right here, which was this one. See, it broke right there. So I just need one piece out of here to complete that, the diff. And then we noticed one of these was broken, and we was missing one of those cups right there. So let's go ahead and put this sucker back together. All right, just to show y'all, the hinge pin was definitely bent. So, and that's for the upper arm. So good thing I got that. Here's a piece I needed, so I'm gonna work on putting this diff in. Y'all stay tuned. Alright, YouTube, car is fully back together. I'm not liking the way the front is sitting, so I'm thinking there's no shock fluid in there. Now I got 100, 80, and I think 70. So I think I'm gonna start out with maybe 80 or maybe even 100, because these shocks don't have no adjustment on them. So also, we need to clean out the tank. I need to get 2 servos and a receiver. So that's the next thing I'm gonna be working on. But for right now, I'm about to go through the shocks. So probably gonna go with 80 or 100, either or. But the way those feel so weak, we'll see. All right, y'all stay tuned. Let me go ahead and get this thing dialed in. All right, YouTube. So I had a bent shock shaft over here. I fixed that, but I think I went too thick in the fluid because it's sticking, and it's not because of the shock shaft. It's the oil feels too thick, sticking. See how it comes up right there? That's it. Now the rear bounce right up. Too bouncy for me. But yeah, I might have to play with this. If not, I'm gonna just order some new shocks, because I can't even put no more tension on the springs to raise the car up. So for right now, I am gonna start cleaning out the tank, thinking about the 2 servos and the receiver. And I'm gonna run a 2S pack in here. So all right, let's figure it out. All right, YouTube, we are back. Car is completely built. I got lost somewhere along the way and forgot to record. So let me just run through the car real quick and give y'all a little update after what I did. So as you know, we needed the 2 servos on the receiver. We went and got that. So when I went to my hobby shop, come to find out, Savox makes a new servo, and it's called a budget servo. It's a budget-friendly servo. Literally, I paid $20 for it. Now, it's good for temp scales, and throttle and brake works perfect. But as far as steering, once you put the car down, it doesn't do that great. And I didn't want to burn the servo out. So what I did was I took this Savox servo that's it was a throttle and brake servo and one of my nitros, and I put this budget servo in there. So $20, you can't beat it. Sorry. So right now all the car is set up. I would like to get my endpoint set up better, but I wouldn't know unless I test the car. So I did bench run it, start it up. Now just a little quick rundown, right? So this is the stock carb. Actually, I think I put the stock carb back on the car. So this is the stock carb on the car. Now yesterday when I started this car up, the it wasn't performing right. It felt like it was just going from no throttle to max throttle, and I was only bleeping the throttle, so I couldn't understand it. So what I did was I took that carburetor off and put the HPI one straight off the Savage. I know this one got a good tune on it, so I dropped it right in there, and the car started. And I had to rev it out a few times, but it responded better than the stock one did. So I went through the stock carb, cleaned it, make sure all the seals is good just in case it had any leaks, and I put it back on. So now I want to try that. But when I started the car up also, it was just rolling. It didn't want to stop. So I knew something was wrong with the clutch. So I took the clutch apart, and I found out one of those is broken. Let me see, make sure y'all can see. So one of those is broken. So once the engine started up, this automatically opened up and started grabbing the clutch bell. So what I did was I went with, one second, let me see if I can find it. All right, so I had these just laying around. So they're the Losi clutch shoes and springs. They already came in it. The springs itself are very tight. So I'm wondering how this motor is going to perform, because it's going to have to get to a certain RPM to engage. That's how tight it felt like the springs were on this one compared to the ones I took off. So anyway, another thing is I had to run through was the shock. Now, as you know, the shocks don't have any tensioner on it. It doesn't have any adjustments on it. So I was gonna use these, but I didn't want to use that because I wanted the car to be stock form without having to add anything to it. So I went and started just testing shock fluid. So I went through, started doing some shock tuning. So I did have to move some holes and adjust it to where I want, because it was at 1.2 low. And if you remember, I put 80 weight in here, and the 80 weight, when I pushed the car down, it didn't come back up like that. So I went with 40 weight now. 40 weight in the front, and I still left what was ever in the rear because it was working decent. So let me just do a little drop for y'all. Try to slow that down on camera, but that to me is a nice setup. So I'm gonna start there. Not sure what's in the rear, but I'm liking the front. It's nice and smooth. And then the rear, I'm guessing it's like 30 weight in the rear because it's a little bit looser. So, and then the diff, I went with 20 and 4K. We're gonna see how that works out right now, and then go from there. I threw these tires on there. I need to get some better tires as far as like dirt tires, but for right now, this is what I have on there. So my plan is to actually, it's freezing now. It's gonna warm up a little bit, but I'm gonna take the generator and my heat gun out and cook the motor, get it up to 200, because this is a pull start motor. So I don't want to be out there fighting all day pulling it because it's cold. So if I bring it up to temp, it should start right up. And then maybe we could either get a tune on it, see if this carb is working, and go from there before we actually bring it out, hopefully for the weekend if it's not too cold. So one last thing I'm gonna mention is this carb is off of a 21 I have. Let me actually grab this. All right, YouTube. So this is, I'm not even sure what this is. It's just a G21. I used to run this in a buggy I had. I ran an XTM and an iron track with this motor. So the motor still has a little bit of pinch in it. I could probably use a repinch, but other than that, it still runs. I'm not sure why I stopped using this motor. It was disassembled. I just reassembled it. But to get to my point is, this carb right here is for this motor, right? This is the only carb I have that takes a Venturi. You can see that. It takes a Venturi compared to how that one looks on the inside. So I know this carb might have more power. So we might try this. When we take it out, we might. So we're gonna take it with us, but we wanna get the stock carb working fine. This one, unfortunately, does not take inventory. So maybe I can dial in the power by using this carb and changing the Venturis. So that's one thing there I wanna say. And then I wanna play with this 21. I might put it in here to see what it does. We'll have to just wait and see. We'll see what happens with this 21. It might be because it's when it warms up, the compression might start to lack on it. So that's probably why I put it away, but I have to run it to find that out again. It's been so long since I ran that. Now, I also have a 25 boat motor. I ran this too as a short shaft. This was one of the first motors that I put in the big block RS4, and it ran with this. Now, this definitely needs a repinch. I beat this motor down. So, and this has another carb, but it is a slide carb on this because it was for a boat. So, all right, y'all, let's try to get this car out there. I know this probably was a long put together video, but from what I got right now, I think this car is dialed in and ready to go. I did set up my functions. If I lose reception, that it runs out of, it locks up the brakes. So anyway, let me show y'all how to brake, gas. That is my steering. Could use a better one, but for right now we're gonna work with that. And that is the budget friendly servo. Not a bad servo. Not a bad servo, but so we're gonna see how long this hold up. The budget-friendly servo, and also we're gonna take it out for a rip. Hopefully, I got the suspension dialed there. We will see. So y'all stay tuned. All right, YouTube, we are out. Generator, heat gun. I got my glow igniter. Turn the car on. First, I'm gonna prime it. And then we'll go from there. All right, let's heat it up. All right, should be up to temp. Let's see. See, that's what that carburetor was doing. So now I'm gonna have to switch it. Let me switch it. All right, here's the HPI carb. The difference? You hear the difference already. Hey, son, I hear you, son. Slammed out. Right now I put the stock car back on. I got a handle on it now. That's the stock carb I put back up there. I might have to turn the idle up. Let's play with that idle gap a bit. Now that I got it running right, let's try to go in half a turn. See if it idles after the let off. Trying to see if it's two staging or is the idle too high. It's not dropping, so idle might be too high. Hoping that water ain't getting the filter. A little damp, but I put an outer wear on this filter just in case, so that filter ain't get wet. I kind of like where it's at right now. I think I'm gonna leave it here and just play with it right there. Got a little pop in the low end, like I can clear it up, but that's good to me. It up. It ain't even to temp yet. Stay away from that that water, cause I don't got no more outer filters on there. So if that get wet, that's gonna go straight in the motor. Believe it or not, this I didn't bring a temp gun, but this motor's probably not even 150 degrees. Still haven't trimmed it out yet. All right, YouTube, we're just gonna bash it around. Probably put a tank through it. Stay away from that water. That's why I left it rich, because I know I was going to be pinning it. I don't, the gearing, I'm going to have to gear up. Stay away from that water. I think I went pretty good with as far as diff wise. tight. Turns tight. All right, YouTube, if you stayed in the video this long, there's a big grin on my face. I'm just smiling from ear to ear because I wanted a buggy, I got a buggy, and I didn't get one that just came running. I put work into it so it feels even better. So, it's purring. Loving the suspension setup. See how we got that little break up in the big end? That's how I know it needs to be leaned out. But I'd rather run it on this tune right now just to be conservative. Straight back to idle. Sammy, what you think, Sammy? Need some better tires, but just opened up right there. There we go. Might have went over the conservative tune. Hit that rock. Would like to jump it at least once, but I'm not even gonna do it, honestly. Not even gonna do it. It's too much water over there for one. And I don't want to break none. It's too cold. Like in a way, it's just riding. Yeah, soaking up the boats. Right, y'all, I'm happy. I don't got no brakes right now. Something came loose. Alright, YouTube, nothing came loose. I don't know what's going on, but the servo, it just ain't pulling right now. Or maybe I need to adjust the brakes. Dirt got it. Oh, okay. Dirt got in there. So it's grime on the brake pads. So that's mine. I'll clean that off, but I'm gonna take it back to the bench, clean everything off, and I'm happy, y'all. I would like to get rid of this pull start, put a bump box plate in there. Hopefully I can get a bump box that'll turn this motor. I don't think my bump box will turn this motor. And other than that, I'm happy with the suspension. Some better tires and they'll do great. Yeah, I'm loving the suspension though. Suspension and the tuning and the diff wise. I think I could get some more. Now if I put thicker diff fluid front all around, I'll be able to put more power to the ground. Granted, I would lose turning. So what I'm planning on doing with this, with me and Sam, I wanted to, we set up little courses and race. It's still set up to bash, but I would like it to have the tuning ability to turn and corner, stuff like that. So, and it can still take a good jump. I didn't get to show y'all that today, but anyway, stay tuned for the next one.